Hey, what's poppin', yo? What's going on? We try that again? Yeah, okay, let's try that again. Hello? It's me again. I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking right now, oh my god. Since when does this guy upload twice in 1 week? Since when? Since when? God damn! It is not a dream. I am here uploading twice in 1 week. You better believe it. Over the last couple of days, it seems to be you all quite enjoyed the last video I did. A lot of you thought it was quite a good video, which I'm really surprised of. It's about time we started posting good videos on this channel, isn't it? Before we start, however, if you haven't seen the previous video, want to go watch this previous video. Let's just say, if you've got a spare 40-50 quid to spend, do not, under any circumstances, buy a Ring doorbell. If you want to know why, go watch this video and then come back here and tell me you agree with me. Because you will. What do we do in Britain? Complain and we moan. No matter what the subject is, even if it's the best news you've ever had in your life, there's always something to moan about. For example, you're in a shop, Iceland, you see there's a tub of butter on there that you get every single week without fail, significantly smaller, but it's the same one. If there's a bag of rice on the shelf and it's a different colour, I don't know, somebody stabs a rat, whatever it is, you're going to complain about it because we're British. To get a better understanding of what this series actually is, watch this.
You know what really grinds my gears? People in the 19th century. Why don't they get with the freaking program? It's called an automobile, folks. It's much faster than a horse.
So, in episode 2 today is driving. Everybody knows how to drive, apart from the people that don't know how to drive, obviously. But there are some certain elements in driving where the inner monster comes out of us and becomes a whole different person. Something that enables you to drive is called a driving license, which means it's either a provisional or a full UK driving license. That little card gives you everything you need to be able to drive. And sometimes you just have to sit there and question yourself, has that person there actually got a driving license? Because sometimes the state of people's driving, you have to question that in your head. First of all, you have to have lessons, because if you don't have lessons, you can't drive. You have to have a theory test, and only certain people, like me for example, fail 6 times by 1 point, and then eventually pass by 1 point. Have your test, you pass. 5 or 6 years of driving, you develop something that British people call road rage. Pretty much everybody that knows me will put their hands up and say, I have bad road rage. Road rage is not telling people that they don't know how to drive, but it is. That's exactly what it is, because that's how you need to drive. People that don't drive won't really understand this video. If you don't understand, move right along, my son. I was reading on this the other week. Somebody had got done for driving 32 miles an hour. 32 miles an hour. Bam, you get caught. That's it. Get sent to court if you don't pay a fine. You have to get on your hands and knees and beg you won't do it again. Some big Chinese bloke will come over and start shooting you in the head because nobody that runs this country is English. Oh, no way! It was 31. And then, out of absolutely nowhere, you've got a small mark right there on your name for the rest of your life. All because of 2 miles an hour speed limit. It makes no sense. Those of you that have been done for speeding, myself included, they show you some sort of a video of a car crashing, first of all at 30 miles an hour, and then 31 miles an hour over the speed, and then 32. This video they show a video of a car driving from about 100 meters up towards a pile of boxes. When driving 30 miles an hour, the car stops before the boxes. But then they show the video at 31 and 32 miles an hour. You sort of expect them to run into the boxes, just so it shows you're trying to stop before the boxes. In this video, I kid you not, driver sets off, you can see the boxes in the distance. What happens? You can blatantly, obviously see that that car does not brake whatsoever and just drives straight through the boxes. I bought this up. I said, that car didn't brake at all then. Yes, he was braking. He was braking before. You slow down. Ooh. If some poor miserable bloke's walking across the road, you're doing 30 miles an hour. If the same poor miserable bloke walks along the road and another car comes, and he's doing 32 miles an hour, the damage will be exactly the same. It just will be. You go onto a motorway and you're doing 70 miles an hour, you have people in the lane next to you that zoom past you at sometimes 90 plus and 100 miles an hour plus. They don't get jack shit for it. And people like myself have to take the fall for things as daft and as stupid as that. But I suppose that's what you get when you live in a country that's run entirely by Indians. There's going to be one or two of us that are one of them prats in the next lane over that does 100 plus. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Come on guys, let's give them a round of applause. There are many elements of things that actually really wind me up. A lot of them are the drive. Is the driver that's driving in front of me. You're on a road that's 40 miles an hour. You're driving behind that guy, whoever the person is, doing 37 miles an hour, but it's 40. Speed up. You have got to do 40 miles an hour because you are on a road that says you've got to do 40 miles an hour. You're just slowing the entire of England down. You may as well go to work on a space hopper or a dinghy. Don't know if I'm alone here, but am I the only one that gets ridiculously wound up with those stupid roadwork traffic lights? Normal traffic lights, no problem. They tend to work within a couple of minutes. You just know if there's an absolutely enormous backlog of cars, lorries, tractors and donkeys all the way along a great big road for 2 hours straight, you just know that it's roadwork traffic light. You've just been shut off by a red light, you get straight to the front. You never know who these workers actually are because one, they're either on holiday somewhere in Egypt, two, there's about 7-8 of them sat in the back of this transit pickup truck van thing, and this van will just happen to be sat in this one lane surrounded by cones. There'll be no sign of any roadworks whatsoever. Sort of bloke with an hard out who thinks he's rock hard and 40-year-old and probably does heroin all the time. There'll be this one bloke patrolling up and down there like he's training to beat Usain Bolt in the 100 metres. But there'll be absolutely no sign of any work being done whatsoever. You can't help but just get out the car occasionally, look behind you and you see 5 million billion different cars sat behind you. These 7 or 8 men in the back of this pickup truck are just deciding to have an orgy. Whenever there's road works going on, it just seems like there's absolutely no work going on. They're either on holiday or they're in the back of this pickup truck doing Flappy Bird. Top Gear have proved you don't need to be sat in the back of a pickup truck playing Flappy Bird on your phone when you can literally get the job done in 24 hours. You just know 7.5 of the 8 weeks where the road works are supposed to be working is just going to be 7.5 weeks of page after page after contract of moaning about health and safety as well as Ebola. When I come to power, I'll ban them all. When this light finally turns green and you're sat right at the front of it, there'll just end up being a speed camera right at the end of where the roadworks end, and you'll be that wound up that it'll be back to the 32 mile an hour thing. You'll be that wound up, you'll spin the wheels, will drive off, and you'll get caught for speeding, and then it's twice as much headache. Be productive. Buy a helicopter, don't use cars. Don't some drivers just seriously just wind you up? Like take for example, you're driving along a road, about 10 or 20 cars in front of you and you're the last car in this convoy. There's a car just there wanting to turn into this convoy. There's no sign of life anywhere near you. There's about 2 millimeters worth of space and this absolute prat of a driver just pulls right in front of you when it's all empty behind you.
In Portland, in Dorset, good afternoon. Just went on.
How blind are you? Are you just another brain-dead person from Essex? Are you the sort of person that only lasts 10 seconds in bed? Are you the sort of person that ignores your Ring doorbell every day? You just know as well with this whole police thing, you just know if it's something like 11 o'clock at night, 1,001 cases every single day of people that get pulled over for no damn reason. You'll be going over a roundabout, you'll see a copper right there on the roundabout waiting to pounce, casually driving along enjoying yourself, and you see some sort of car flashing its lights at you doing 3.5 times the speed of sound. You're gonna get pulled over. This great big pig of a police officer will come up to you. Nice little rise for me tonight, Jeremy boy. Hello, son. You aware this car ain't got insurance? Hey, yo, Wagwan G, what's happening, piggy boy? I definitely got insurance on this, my brother. If you've got insurance on this thing, mate, why is it just flashed up on my computer? Is this 20 questions or something, brother? Of course it's insured, man. You got proof? How am I meant to know, brother? How am I meant to know if it flashes up on your computer, fam, when I'm insured, brother? Now listen to me, brother. I've got a beef burger to get back to. Show me the fucking proof you've got now. Hey, chill, fam. Chill. Just calm down. If you want your proof, man, there's your proof. I paid it last month. Thank you. Yeah, I've paid it. Yeah, well, I'm still due an arrest. Maybe as police officers aren't really quite cut for it. Hey, have a nice day, son.
attitude.
Happened to me a few months back, but that's the exact scenario that happens. As I said, it's pretty much a lot easier just to be productive and buy a helicopter, isn't it? Or a rowing machine. But anyway, guys, that was episode 2 of RANT. I really hope you enjoyed it. I did. But I say, it feels quite good letting all this steam off about things that wind me up. So if you do enjoy this series, I'd appreciate, a little comment down below. And in the meantime, take care. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.